Welcome to my worst audition.
The major audition that I thought I completely shit the bed on was Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Oh,
yeah, that was I was up for like racist protester number 3.
Oh man, I never get called in for racist protester.
Yeah. Well, it was just protester number 3, but all the shit was racist. Like even in the script, it was like chants 9/11 like he's at a baseball game.
I love it.
Which made everyone very unsettling in the room. But then I read normally, and they're like, "Oh, would you like to read for something else instead? Like, it might be perfect for it." I'm like, "Okay,
sure."
And I read for like Motorcycle Tough Guy number 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
And side backstory: one of the first auditions I got when I was with my manager was for the last Ninja Turtles movie, Out of the Shadows.
Oh, nice.
And I auditioned for Rocksteady.
Yep.
And and that was the second Ninja Turtles movie. And I got called back. I'm like, what did I get called back for? He's like, oh, both. I'm like, oh, rad. So I show up all the way to Chelsea Piers. I get on. I'm in like, I have like a hoodie with skulls and shit on it, like a denim vest, my hair slicked back, like it's like buzz slicked and like bearded. It was like almost shaved down, just for both Motorcycle Tough Guy and anti-Islamic terrorism protester number 3. I'm just in the waiting room, I'm in it. I'm just like, oh, I'm like, this is Law and Order. I gotta be serious. I gotta be fucking serious. I walk in the room, and I walk in just I'm making a beeline. I'm staring everyone down. And then this is the director, Jonathan Pressman. And I'm like, hey. And then all of a sudden I got like a flash. Like that fucking scene in Ratatouille when he eats the thing and all of a sudden he's a child again. I am all of a sudden just like, I'm in my 8-year-old bedroom. And there's like posters on the wall for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. And at the bottom, directed by Jonathan Pressman. And I'm just like, so I walk in as this badass tough guy for these 2 badass tough guy roles.
Oh.
And I'm just like, and he's like, oh, this is the director, Jonathan Pressman. I'm just like, hey, Secret of the Ooze?
The Jonathan Pressman?
Secret of the Ooze? And he's just like, yeah. And all the writers like, what? What's going on? They're all laughing their ass off. He's like, I did a Ninja Turtle movie. And I'm just like, and immediately I'm just like, I turn into a ghost. I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a hard ass like for up until this moment, and I broke. And I'm just like, oh my God. And they're all laughing and howling and laughing at this, and I'm like, oh my God. Okay. And they're like, whenever you're ready. And I'm like, because I didn't book this. And then I do Motorcycle Tough Guy 1, and they're fucking roaring with laughter. Which, as we all know, Special Victims Unit. Yeah. Finest network comedy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, why don't you do the next one? So I do the racist protester, and I chant 9/11 like it's a baseball. I'm like, 9/11. And everyone's just like, whoo. Kind of just like, got really kind of creeped out. And I'm like, you wrote it. I'm sitting there like,
I know, yeah. Seriously.
And then I hear, as I'm walking out, I hear him whisper, oh, thank God no one would actually do that now. And then I didn't leave. I stopped and I turned around. I'm like, actually, 2001, right after 9/11, I was at the game when the Yankees beat the Mariners. And there was people in the stadium whenever Ichiro Suzuki came up to bat would chant Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yeah, it was terrible.
I had no clue.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Yeah. Especially like on like October 2001 in New York City.
Yeesh.
So I leave them with that note, and they're all just like, oh, cool. And I'm like, bye. And I leave. And then I call my manager. I'm like, I tell him, I'm like, he's like, what? I'm like, so. And I explained to him exactly what happened, and he was dying laughing. Absolutely dying laughing. And then 2 days later, I'm training at a bar. And but I'm getting texts from my manager, and he's sending me like Ninja Turtle gifs. And I'm just like, because I'm thinking I'm like, all right, I get it. You're breaking my balls. Like, oh god, I get it.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, what's your availability? I'm like, what?
Huh?
I ended up booking Racist Protester. And then
That's so cool.
It gets even cooler. We're shooting the scene outside the courthouse, and I'm screaming network television anti-Muslim stuff, which
Fun.
is just like go home Muslims, like nothing terrible, but I'm still in a crowd of like people, and I'm just like screaming it in New York City. Like every take, I'm just like,
you're the little girl from Schindler's List. Goodbye, Jews.
Yes, but in a sense, but I'm surrounded by all these people. But there's like everyone's going like this, so there's no sound. They're just gonna add the crowd sound anyway. So it's just this quiet crowd, and me just going like screaming this anti-Muslim stuff. But as we do more takes, my accent starts getting thicker and thicker and thicker. My director, Michael Pressman, gets out from behind Video Village, comes down, walks down the stairs, goes, whispers right to me. He's like, less Raf, more Leo. And I was just like, that was the greatest note I've ever gotten.
On the spot, you were just like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Totally get it. I totally get it. And then, hilarious postscript. They called me in for ADR a week before it aired. And then that weekend, there was a terrorist attack in London. So they dropped my audio out when the episode aired. So I'm just one of those screaming people outside. I don't care. They left the credit.
That's great.
So
That's great. Good for you, man.
But that was
that's like a fantastic audition story. It all worked out great.
Yeah, but at the time it's like I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.